So there's a video circulating on social media right now that has caused outrage. People are angry, especially Lydia Forson. A lot of people are angry because of this video that's trending on social media. Now, in Ashanti region, the inter-schools Super Zonals happened at the Baba Sports Stadium last week. It ended last week. And a video from that their Super Zonals is going around of students of Adanwomase Senior High School in the Ashanti region, what they were doing, the boys of that school, what they were doing to some girls in other schools who were just passing. They say, I have the footage for you now. This will make you ask, say, how are some of these people raising their children? Because this is why we say charity begins at home. Don't worry, I have the footage for you now. The Samsung Galaxy S25 phones are out now. You can go to any Samsung shop and buy your Galaxy S25 and you get a 1-year free screen protection and also 24 months warranty. Yes, so walk into any Samsung shop and get a new device for yourself. Let's get into the gist. I'm the Headless YouTuber, this is Headless Reactions. Alatiare, Yonko! Now, the Ashanti Region Inter-School Super Zonals happened over last week. And if you go and check the Baba Sports Stadium, you see that there are lots of schools in the Ashanti region. Now, I think the Ashanti region is the region with the most senior high schools. I think, I don't have that fact right, but I'm very sure. So, a lot of schools, and every school has their own stand at the stadium. So, if you go, you see Prempeh stand, you see, just every school has their stand over there at the stadium. Inter-schools like this, that's when you see a lot of schools. Some schools clash, some schools don't clash, but when it comes to music, when it comes to chanting, supporting the sportsmen and women on the field who are doing the sports now, you know that every school has their own role to play. Some schools are very good in Jama, but when you go to the games and Kasa, they don't know anything. And some people too, they don't like talking. All they do is they just show action. Oja, oja. Aye, so different schools and what they were doing. It got to a point where the heat was so much that the Ghana National Fire Service came to spray water on the people just to calm down the students because the sun was blazing. Were trending for good reasons, like Our Lady of Grace Senior High School. They were cleaning their stands after they finished and they were leaving. They were behaving like the Japanese at the World Cup. When they finished, they were cleaning their stands. They cleaned everywhere nicely, and that shows the kind of training that they have in that school.
Why is a butter? Victory crowd will be assembled better for my ukromusi now. You get by my unchiremu correct, simply the best. Make I see a bones to motion. Open it, say my head trendy mono crowd. Fear bakupo, baby bakupo. Tea headless, now open money on my papa. I see a ball papa. And your papa, conconsa, I had the yank and Peniji say my trendy monokra. Ufie ya bakupo. Baby bakupo.
Oh, clap for them, clap for them, clap. Aye, clap for them. Now this is the level of, discipline that we want to see in our senior high schools. But unfortunately, Adanwomase Senior High School is trending for the wrong reasons. And this is not the first time this school is trending for such a reason. But anyway, let's get straight to it. Sika official came to put the widespread outrage over a disturbing incident caught on camera at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium during the just ended inter-school games in Kumasi. The video shows some students of Adanwomase Senior High School inappropriately touching female students in the stands. Now, the stands, everybody has their own stands. Adanwomase Senior High School also had their own stand. And when you are passing through their stand to go to your stand or to go outside or to go wherever, there are some boys at the back, the stubborn boys at the back. And when the girls are passing, they'll be touching the girls anyhow. Now, trigger warning, this might trigger you a bit, but watch this video.
Peniji say my trendy monokra. Ufie ya bakupo. Baby bakupo. Tie headless. Na obe money on my papa nkwa. Kasi ebo papa. Enyum papa. Konkonsa. Ahadie nyankensyo. Peniji say my trendy monokra. Ufie ya bakupo.
Now, under no circumstance is this acceptable anywhere in the world. So why should it be happening? And these matches, some of them, their faces came clear. And we need to do something about it. The Ghana Education Service, the school authorities at Adanwomase Senior High School, and even the parents of these boys. Everybody needs to do something because this is unacceptable. People are passing through your stands. And this is what you can do to them. And these are the kind of people who grow up and start behaving anyhow in society. They will see somebody and then they'll move to the person. These are the kind of people. They'll leave senior high school, go to university, and they'll be touching people anyhow. Leave university, become people like all these elderly people we see in society, and they'll be moving anyhow. This is how it starts. This is how it starts. And people are so angry that if you go and check on social media right now, you see Lydia Forson. Lydia Forson came to write that, unfortunately, this has been happening for years, and this is true. Also, social media is only exposing a lot of our experiences we couldn't talk about, or when we did, no one believed. Right now, social media is bringing it out. Because if these girls had gone home and gone to tell their parents or tell their senior house mistresses that Adanwomase Senior High School boys were pressing my buttocks when I was passing, then madams might not believe them. But right now, we are seeing video proof. I'm glad people get to see these things now and appreciate a lot of our fears and when some started. Some of these girls like this, now you see that they'll start getting social anxiety. When they see 3, 4, 5 boys gathered somewhere, they cannot go and pass because they've experienced something like this in senior high school. And that's why there are some ladies who walk in town or in this life, they are so scared of a pack of men or a group of men. Because they know that these are some of the stupid things people do. Now, the Dapper Queen of Kings came to write that these things are some of the reasons I learned to fight. Ask any of my female friends, I would fight to defend us all and call these boys out for their BS. Even at this age, I still do it. Recently, an old mate of mine opened up to me about how boys were afraid of me in school. Just like, if you even see how some of the girls, it's like they didn't want to pass, but that was the only place they could pass. And these boys were doing these things. According to the Dapper Queen of Kings, which is Ivy, shout out to you. According to her, she said that she will fight, she will beat. Somebody said in quotes, it was fun in SHS. We all used to do this. Social media just made theirs public. That's what some people were saying. That's why he has put it in quotes. Kofi Kumsin has put it in quotes. Also, that's exactly why you've become an abusive, angry, and bitter man towards women. If you think this is funny or fun, you need therapy and a whole jail sentence. Someone said, meanwhile, if one of these girls has slapped one of them, they will go gang up on her and say, which means like you they rush. Okay. Also simply because other girls couldn't be as assertive as she is. Bunch of degenerates. Let none of them go unpunished. And I support this. Someone also said that it starts with this, then escalates into gang rape. Even if one of these boys doesn't join a gang, he will get a job one day and will be sexually harassing female colleagues at work. He will escalate this to demand sexual favors before hiring a female. And that's true. This is how all of those big men who come and say, let me chop one before I give you the job. This is how they all start. Because if a girl is passing and you and your friends are there and you are good people who were raised right, this thing will not even come into your mind that let me press buttons. Because you respect everybody, but not these students. Also, the seed is planted at this stage, and if left unpunished or unchecked, leashes literally human demons into society. Someone said they will grow up with this thinking behavior and end up defending these actions on here, just like some of you do. And if you go and check online, yes, some people were defending it, saying, oh, now this thing there is fun. This thing there, we used to do it in school. You used to do it in school. Like you started fooling long time ago. You started fooling long time ago, so we used to do it in school. The fact that you used to do something doesn't mean it's acceptable. And the fact that you are doing this to girls and they couldn't talk because probably they were outnumbered and there was no authority over there doesn't mean it's acceptable and should be done anytime. Now, this is not the first time Adanwomase Senior High School is trending for the wrong reasons. Somewhere 2024, last year, around April, an 18-year-old Gabriel Osekwame, a student of Adanwomase Senior High School, was convicted and sentenced to 15 years in prison with hard labor by the circuit court at Otafo Ashanti Region because he robbed a teacher from robbing a teacher from another school, from Jaman Prinsan Senior High School. He robbed the teacher, took the teacher's Infinix Hot 9, took the teacher's smartphone, also a cash, 570 Ghana cedis cash, as well as rice and stew and some documents. Oh, and after that, he went to sell all these things at Edum PZ, a student of Adanwomase Senior High School. Another time, these people, they launched a rocket. This is not bad news. It's something that they were training. It was quite commendable. A student created a rocket that they are coming to shoot the rocket into space. The rocket didn't even complete 3-story building, but still, no, it's commendable. Watch this video.
Again, Lord.
Okay, this one there, F for effort. F for effort. So Adanwomase Senior High School trending right now because of this particular bad video that is out. Please make sure you educate and train your sons very well, because a lot of female experiences out there that are bad is because of the training of certain boys. And this is how these boys, some of these boys too, they don't have this kind of training. As in, their parents have never taught them anything. So when they go to school and they go and meet some bad people, then they just mingle. But if you have trained your son from home on how to behave in public and how to treat everybody with respect and not go around abusing people, your son will not fall for these things when he enters tertiary or SHS and meets his friends who do these things. He would rather talk to his friends to stop doing them. So charity begins at home. Train your sons and make sure they know the right thing to do to become proper people in society and not just foolish boys who can be doing these things to girls because they see that there are a lot of boys here and the girl just say. So shame on these guys from Adanwomase Senior High School. We'll be following to see whether they will be punished either by the school or by GES or by anybody in authority. Let's see how it goes. Until then, watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Yeah, then. Yeah,